Hello YouTube. I was going to do another video about another topic, but I decided to do this one because I've had a few questions about this, and one of them even asked me to do a video. So I know I've done exercise videos, workout videos before, but this is a little bit different. The question was, or the way it's generally put is, how do prisoners get so muscle bound and everything? Well, so that's what we're going to be talking about. But if you could, if you're new here, hit that subscribe and like. It's free. But anyway, so back in the when I first got to prison, they had free weights, and without a doubt, using free weights it is going to get you more muscle gains than if you use machines. I mean, that's just the way it is. Also, we was allowed to buy protein powders, amino acids, and all that stuff back then. We're not allowed to do that now. In the 90s, they took free weights out and just left machine weights in most of the prisons. Machine weights you can still gain weights on. Body weights you can still gain muscle mass and stuff on. But it's harder. But one of the things I had an opportunity to do when I was in Farmington, of course my parents paid for it, was take a course on fitness training. And I learned a lot from that, even though I didn't finish it. The reason I didn't finish it is because I got kind of down and was thinking I wasn't going to get out, and I was thinking, what was the use? I kind of regret that now. But also, just about all the time that prisoners spend working, those who do work out, not all of them work out. You know, some of them do other sports like basketball and softball and handball and stuff. Some do the least amount of things as possible. You know, if they can lay around in their cell all day, they will. But those who do work out, number one, are dedicated. It becomes like a religion to them. It's like somebody, say, in prison that goes to the law library all the time. I'm not putting those people down. I think that's great, you know, because they're trying to learn about the law so they can maybe help their case or the case of others, and I think it's a great thing. But those people are dedicated to that, and that's where they spend all the time that they can get. So those who work out are dedicated. It's a religious thing, and if for some reason they can't get to the gym, we go in lockdown or something, they'll work out in their cell. They can't help it. I was the same way. You know, it's just, you have to do it. It's like a fix. Second of all, they do have time. Now, they may have jobs and other things, school and other things to do, but they can find time to work out. You're not at a job all day. You're not in school all day. The only people that are really at a job all day are the people who work in MVE. So they got dedication and they got time. But there's a couple of other factors. One I'm going to talk about is the range and how often you do it. Some people that work out will only do like sets of, let's say 5 sets of 10. So that means they'll do 10 push-ups. That's one set. They'll rest a couple minutes. 10 more. Then they'll rest a little bit. What they should be doing is doing a full range of motion, all the way, like say you're doing push-ups, all the way down, all the way up. Go down to, if you're doing a push-up, go down to your chest touches the floor. I mean, if you're doing a bench press, which is the same working the same muscles as a push-up. You bring the bar down to your chest, and then you go up. The same way if you're doing push-ups. Go all the way down, all the way up. Don't do it real fast. Do it like a steady, slow pace. You don't have to go real slow, but don't do it real fast. Same way if you're doing a knee bend. You don't have to have weights, you know. Go all the way down as far as you can go. We call it going into the bucket. All the way down, all the way up. Full range of motion. You know, prisoners don't have free weights no more, so they have to use body weight, and sometimes things are easy for them, so they learn how going to failure is the best way. Like if you're doing knee bends, go down, go up, and keep doing this until you can't hardly come back up again. Same way push-up. Go until you can't push yourself up again. Next thing is water. I'm not talking about just hydrating. You should drink water while you're active anyway, before, during, and after. But I'm talking about drinking a lot of water. This helps get the proteins and stuff to your muscles, and you need that. You need oxygen, protein, all that. But there's another reason. Your muscles are 80% water anyway. It only makes sense if you're active to drink water. Just think about that, 80% water. And so what happens when you drink a lot of water while you're working out, your muscles, they become like a sponge, you know, they fill out. So you're actually, you get bigger, you know, even though it's a lot of it's water weight, your muscles get bigger because they swell up like a sponge. You know, just imagine taking a sponge and soaking it in water. What does it do? It swells. And that's what your muscles do. So they took the protein powders and stuff out. I guess they didn't want us. They're doing everything they could not to keep us from getting bigger. Free weights and the protein powders and amino acids. And so for years I didn't take any until I got out, and I got some now that I take when I do work out. Sometimes I ain't got time to work out, but I'll take them. And the ones I've been taking have been ISO 100 and ISO Pure. And nowadays they make protein powders in all kinds of flavors, you know, just about any flavor you want. But you don't have to have protein powders or amino acids or anything like that. You can get proteins from anything. You know, anything that has protein, you know, fish, chicken, you know, poultry, all that's got protein in it. One of the things that prisoners used to, after they took, because you got to remember, in prison you're limited to know what you can eat and how you get your proteins, you know, your foods. They would take oatmeal, which is very good for you, and we could buy oatmeal in the canteen. They put peanut butter in it, and I still do that to this day. I mean, I love that. Make your oatmeal, put like a spoonful of peanut butter in there and stir it up, and that's what many use before they go work out or after they work out. But the thing is, and there's some people who say, well, I can't even do one push-up. Well, then start with your knees on the floor. If you can't do them with your knees on the floor, do them off of a counter or something. You know, like step back from a counter, put your arms on it, and start out like that until you get strong enough that you can do them with your knees on the floor, and then do them without your knees on the floor. The thing is, there's no set in stone way to exercise. There's many different things you can do to exercise, and there's no certain way, you know. Start with what you got. you know. But the thing of it is, do full range of motion. Do to failure, you know, until you can't do another one, and that's one set. I sometimes, when I'm doing push-ups, will start with my feet up on the bench. That's like doing an incline on a bench press. Do as many as I can. Drop down until with my feet on the floor. Do as many as I can. Then drop down with my knees on the floor. Do as many as I can, and by then, you know, I got to rest for like a couple of minutes before I do another one. And I do pull-ups. A lot of times I do them until as many as I can get. I'll stop for a second, do a couple more in, you know. I just try to get it all the way to failure. When I was in prison and when they had the free weights, I think the biggest I was 204 pounds, you know, a solid 204 pounds, but there were people that were a lot bigger than I was, like 250 or so, and just solid muscle. But I hope this answers the questions of people who's been asking me, and I hope that if there's any others that are thinking about working out or who are working out, and maybe this will help them. Either way, I hope this video will help you guys, and that you can take something away from this video. And I thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.